Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? How are you all doing today? It's a windy day today here in Redwood City, California, where I live. But I'm back out and about on another walk with purpose. Episode number 699 of Walking with Purpose Live. The big number 700 will probably more than likely be tomorrow from a very special location. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, it'll probably happen on Sunday. More than likely tomorrow. I just went live and on the fly, so people are probably just getting the notification. I've got a very, 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 very important show here today. And if you're new, this probably won't make a whole lot of sense to you. You know, it might make some sense to you, but you know, I've been doing this for over 6 years, and a lot of people know who I am, and they know what I've experienced on this platform. And sometimes you just have to, you know, cater a show to your pre-existing audience and let anybody new that's coming along know that, hey, this may not be the show for you, or stick around and try to figure it out, but no disrespect. I had a fantastic day today. Dawn and I had a great day. I helped Dawn do her taxes. Both her and I have filed our taxes for 2023. So in 2024, we file taxes for 2023. And everything is all said and done. And her and I both feel great. It's like we feel amazing. Hey, how's it going, GLM? It is a bit windy, folks. So hopefully the windscreen will do a good job for the most part. I'm sure you'll hear a little bit of wind every now and then, especially when it gets gusty, but we've got winds right now probably about 20 to 25 miles an hour, maybe gusts 30 to 35. I should have probably layered up a little bit more and maybe put on my gloves, but my car's outside temperature gauge read 61 degrees. Hey, Grotesque, how you doing? All right. So we're going to get right to it because there's a lot to talk about. And this is going to be more community news, but I guess anyone can learn from what's been going on here. The topic of today's show is taunting people online is not free speech. Plus, let's clear ODN's name, Old Dirty Ninja, another creator out here. One more time, the topic is taunting people online is not free speech. Plus, let's clear ODN's name. ODN is Old Dirty Ninja, also known as Cole. I did tag ODN's main channel in the title of this stream, so you can check it out if you'd like. I'm going to start off today by saying I'm very disappointed or shall I say, I continue to be very disappointed at some of the piss poor behaviors I'm seeing out here throughout some communities I've been involved with in the past. And it's just unbelievable. It's ridiculous. You try to be a very reasonable person. I'm a very reasonable person. Yes, I have made many mistakes in the past. And, I've been around people that have made many mistakes, and I've forgiven them and they've forgiven me. But there are some people, especially some of the people that I've met on this platform, that no matter how much you apologize, no matter how nice you try to be to them, they always find a way or a reason to try to kick you down because of some things you did 5 years ago that really were never done with the intentions to ever hurt anyone. I'll explain more about that in a little bit. And, I want to keep this respectful and professional and mature. I want to make it very clear that I'm not here to bash anyone. I'm not here to bash Jamie. I'm not here to bash ODN. I'm not here to bash Scotty. I'm not here to bash anyone. I'm here to just state what's going on. I'm here to state the stupidity. I'm beginning to know this other creator that I guess Jamie, who runs the General Legion channel now, the Lycan Legion network of channels, right? He's associated with this lady that goes by the name of the DeLorean. I think her name is Lindsay or something. Lindsay, I've never once said a thing about you. And I've never once been rude to you or anyone, including since you've been around Jamie. Yet, for some reason, you find ways to just kick everyone down. I honestly think the DeLorean channel, I believe your name is Lindsay, I honestly think that you're just a very miserable and unhappy person deep within. Because it sounds like, you just like to trash talk people unprovoked. I personally don't like trash talking people at all. I'll call people out, but I won't trash talk them. But, if you're going to trash talk somebody, DeLorean, aka I believe Lindsay is her name, at least do it to someone that provokes you. I wouldn't do it at all because you're a grown-ass woman in your mid-40s and you should be behaving a lot more maturely than you do. But reacting to people unprovoked clearly shows insecurities, clearly shows misery and unhappiness deep within. That's the bottom line. That's the only possible explanation. The DeLorean came to my channel to harass me. She has devil worshipping on her channel. He calls himself general when he wouldn't last a day in the military. No, listen, we're not here to bash anyone. Come on, listen, folks, I'm here to just state what's going on. And I'm here to try to bring peace to the whole situation. I'll make it very clear. I am not responsible for whatever's said in my chat. I'll do the best to moderate it, but I'm not responsible for it. So don't sit there and attack me for things my chat says, because I've tried to hold other creators accountable for what people are saying in their chats, and it just doesn't fly. So it works both ways. But I would appreciate it if my chat could keep it respectful and not attack people. Okay? Give me a second. Let me check out the sound real quick, okay? Jesus, man. Give me a second here. It's just very windy today. Very windy. Let me check this out. I'll be right back. All right, we are back live. We are back live. The windscreen's doing a decent job. Every now and then it might cut out a little bit, but for the amount of wind that's hitting my face and hitting the microphone, this is doing a damn good job. And yeah, to you people out there that want to make fun of this windscreen here, you would not be able to hear me if it wasn't on. This is the smallest one that will work. It's a good system. If you don't like it, change the channel. And do something more productive with your time than trying to criticize someone that has better audio and video quality than you'll ever have. Right? Absolutely pathetic what people will criticize you on these days. I don't mind being criticized on legitimate stuff, but when you're criticizing a windscreen that without it being there, no one would hear me, then I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, let's talk about. I'm gonna leave off from where I left off yesterday, because if you haven't heard, yesterday, a gentleman by the name of Jamie, who runs the Lycan Legion network of channels, currently General Legion, right? He actually was a part of a court case where another woman named Granny's Watching Jess, her channel name is Granny's Watching, her name is Jess or Jessica. She got a 3-year restraining order on Jamie yesterday. And today I'm going to talk about, why I feel that restraining order was approved. Because, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you, Jamie, or anyone. I'm trying to help you understand why you got that order. Even though Jamie's been posting all day and basically saying that, he's not a harmful person, this and that. And I posted on my community tab in response, and I said, I agree you're not a harmful person, Jamie. I don't feel Jamie is truly out there to hurt people, right? But what you're not understanding, Jamie, and what most other people don't understand, is that's not why the RO was granted. You don't have to be considered a harmful person to have an RO granted on you. Here's the reason why. I actually tried to look up the court case in Granny's Watching Jess's area, and I think you have to request access to get court documents there. Every state is different. Here in the state of California, even here in San Mateo County, you could look everything up. When I had the case with Tammy and other cases like restraining orders, when I got that restraining order on the doctor that was harassing me back then, and when I was in the court case with Tammy, you could see everything there, publicly available, free of charge. I was trying to see if I can get a copy of this case between Jamie and Granny's Watching Jess, just so I can see what the order was specifically granted on. But I can't get it. If anyone has a copy of this, it should be public information. Please send me a copy at Coach Eli at coacheli@eliasmelas.com. I would greatly appreciate it. Man, it's really windy right now. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Hold on a second. It'll be better on the way back because the wind will be hitting my back. So, can you folks still hear me okay? You really think he would last a day in the military? Yeah, but GLM, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about here. What does that have to do with what I'm talking about here? I'm very serious about what I'm talking about. I'm not here to play games. I'm here to get my information out. I mean, I'm not talking about him being in the military, and if he wants to call himself General Legion or Major Legion or whatever, that's his prerogative. Whatever he wants to call himself. What I care about is how he behaves, how other people behave out here, and how they treat people. And when things like these civil harassment cases happen, the civil harassment order cases happen, and you have a bunch of people trying to say that, oh, there was no harassment that happened. This is BS. This man is having his rights taken from him, such as his Second Amendment rights. He can't carry for 3 years. And other things are affected. Well, here's what I have to say to you. If there was no legal aspect to approve this restraining order, it would have never been approved. Here's the reason why I feel it was approved, in my opinion. Taunting. This is what you probably don't realize about yourself, Jamie. I hope you learned this, because this is your biggest problem that has been affecting you with people coming at you, and now through a restraining order. Right? It's your taunting. It's not about you doing reaction videos to people. You can talk about people that are on YouTube that put out content. You could do your reaction videos. No problem. The problem with you is, dude, is you continue to poke at certain people over and over and over and over and over again. You continue to poke, right? That's called taunting, right? Taunting is harassment. So let me get this clear. And if you want to challenge me on this, Jamie, go right ahead. You can try to argue yourself, through this and say, oh no, it's not taunting, and no, I could sit there and antagonize someone as often as I want. I can respond to somebody every single day if I want. You can do whatever you want, but the more and more that you pick on one particular person, like constantly, all day, every day, that's taunting, that's harassment, and bullying. You got an RO on you because of taunting and harassment and bullying and antagonizing people. That's exactly what you've been doing to me. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to get an RO on you. I'm just going to laugh at you. And I'm going to laugh at you, but I'm also going to be nice to you and say, you know what? I hope one day you realize what's really happening and you turn it around and you just let the past go. And realize that you're human and you're going to make mistakes too. He shouldn't be able to have a gun. He was just threatening to off himself with it. He's endangered himself. I understand that. And you want to know something? I honestly believe he was probably serious about that. A lot of times regarding what Jamie has done, people have questioned, is this an act or is this real? I'm beginning to more so think now, what are the cops doing there? Oh, I think the cops just pulled somebody over. Okay. On 101, CHP. It was a CHP like Expedition or Explorer. I should have layered up, put on my gloves. I didn't think it was going to be. And the wind is making it feel colder than it actually is. So anyway, yeah, it's taunting, it's harassment, it's bullying, because you're doing it in a repetitive way. You're picking on certain people over and over and over and over and over again, like we were talking about yesterday. And ODN, I hope you're around, because I'm going to talk about you in a little bit, and I'm going to clear your name. At least I'm going to try to clear your name and get people to understand what really happened. What really happened 5 years ago that Jamie can't stop talking about and can't work past, even though I've apologized many times since that time. And the reasons why I did what I did back then was because I was trying to protect myself from what he and others in his group were doing to me. And he knows that, but he won't come out and say that. I don't care. I'm not here to argue you, Jamie. I'm not here to fight. I'm here to state the facts. I'm here to remind people what truly happened back then. Why I did what I did. Why ODN did what he did. Was it right what we did? No. But was it right what you did? No. But you forget to tell people what you did. Right? And I'm not even trying to criticize you for it. I'm just saying you had a hand in it too. Right? But see, what you would do back then, Jamie, and this is what you still probably do, is that you hand off the dirty work to other people. Like when the cause came to stalk me at Red Morton Park, and I was broadcasting at Red Morton Park about 3 years ago with that PT Cruiser following me, I put that stream to private, and my DVR was turned off. Right when the stream ended, I put that stream to private, and all of a sudden, an hour later, you've got a reaction video to it. You were screen recording it. You or somebody else were screen recording it, and you plotted that. Why can't you admit the things you had a hand in? I don't care. I'm not here to blame you. I'm not here to create any issues. I'm here to say, dude, you can't sit there and continue to blame people and not admit your part in it. You have not admitted your part in anything. And again, I'm not looking to criticize you or get you in trouble or anything. I'm just saying there's a reason why ODN did what he did, and he does what he does. And there's a reason why I did what I did, and I've done what I've done. Because all we were trying to do is protect ourselves from the stuff that either you or other people through your group were doing to us or doing to me. ODN was trying to go to bat for me because he didn't like what you and JB Gunner and people in your groups were doing to me, and then making content out of it. Can you folks still hear me okay? Am I coming through all right? We should be okay right now. The wind is a little bit less right here. You got an RO on you for taunting, not for being an unsafe guy. Nobody, I don't think anybody, even Jenny Sandler commented in my comment section. Even my people here are saying, Jamie, that you're not a harmful guy. You're not. You're absolutely not a harmful guy. What you are is a bully, antagonizer. And you keep on poking the bear. You keep on poking people out here on YouTube purposefully to get reactions, to make YouTube content out of them and make donations off of them. And that is harassment. That's why you got an RO on you. That is your MO. And you're pissed off because that's the way you make money. You have to taunt people into reactions so you have content to present to your audience and incite those donations. What pissed you off about the RO is that you gotta watch it on how you do that. Now, I can promise you 100% I will never file an RO on you or anything. I'm still trying to be nice to you, and I'm gonna be nice to you, no matter how you respond. And the way you responded today, dude, was piss poor. You got your own people that are even some of your own people that used to be a part of your group that have come over here now, and they're saying, you know what? I'm not hate bonding with Eli like Patty. I'm not hate bonding with Eli. I liked Eli before I even left your group. She just doesn't like what's going on in your group. She realized what's going on over there. She doesn't like that. She doesn't want to be a part of that drama, dude. She doesn't want to be a part of that drama. And I commented back on Patty's posting, and I said, look, I don't know how much nicer I can be to the guy. The nicer I am, the more triggered he gets. I don't get it. I'm telling the guy, I don't hate you, Jamie. I wish you the best. I don't think you're a bad guy. I think that the way that you make your money and the way that you get people to watch your content is by antagonizing people, poking the bear, taunting people, so that way you get like a real type of response. What you're doing is fake instigating, but these people are responding to you realistically, and it gives it more of a real effective, shock value to the audience. And that's how you made your money. That's what people pay you for. So you see people challenging that now, especially with this RO, and you're like, well, what am I going to do to make money now? You got many options. You could do some real content, which I guess tonight that's what you're doing, talking about Gypsy Rose. I haven't followed that story. I've heard that, yeah, she's really a piece of work since I saw that Lifetime series special. What I hear she's doing to that guy now is just wow. They're all being paid for the story. Like this, I would not be surprised if the whole Gypsy Rose story is fake instigated drama for clicks. This is the kind of shit I can't stand, whether it's on YouTube or mainstream media. Like the amount of fake shit that people do to make money to get your attention is asinine. It's just stupid. It's dumb. I talk about it with Dawn, and she agrees. Like the only things that Dawn watches, she likes to watch like Survivor. She likes to watch like Deal or No Deal Island. She likes to watch like those competitive programs where men and women compete for prizes while doing athletically challenging things. And she goes, that's the only type of drama I really like. There is some drama within those shows, but it's more about being athletic and having athletic competitions, right? This is a lot different from the GNA days with Shannon Edwards and Troy Brewer and T-Bird and all the rest. Do I know you, dude? Are you someone that I used to network with? Because you sound like you know a lot, or you even follow. Tell me. Maybe you're Brian from Tracy, because he was around following this stuff for a while. So, Grotesque, who are you? Obviously, with what you just stated, you know these people by their nicknames. Or you've been watching a lot of my other content on the GNA YouTube channel, or my Elias Melas YouTube channel, the original one from 2009, where I have a lot of GNA stuff and networking stuff on there. It's all right, dude. You don't have to hide. Do I know you? Are you somebody I've actually networked with? He shouldn't be able to have a gun. He was just okay, I already read that. So yeah, you got an RO for basically antagonizing people, poking them over and over and over again. That's it. That's the only reason. And that's exactly who you are, Jamie. Besides that, you're not a bad dude. You're really not a bad dude, Jamie. I'm coming out here and telling you that despite how triggered my kindness triggers you. I don't understand why me being kind to you or anyone triggers you. Just because I had a few moments in the past that you can't get over from 5 years ago, if I try to be kind to you, it triggers you? Like, what is wrong with you, dude? I'm trying to be nice to you. Do you want me to be mean to you? Would it be easier for you to create your fake instigated drama appearing real if I was mean to you? You try to tell me in your postings what is fake and what is real. You think this is fake? I can't even tell. I don't even know with you anymore, dude. You're so all over the fucking place between fake and real or in between that I don't even think you know who you are anymore, dude. I don't even think you know who you are anymore. He's not hiding. This is superhuman. And I am a friend of GLM. I'm a friend of Vegan Dolls, the world's most beautiful girl. Then how do you know all these people? By their nicknames. Grotesque Subhuman, how do you know all these people? Have you been watching those videos? That's cool. That's what the channels are there for. I did a lot of stuff in the past. A lot of what I did in the past in the real world when I was networking in the real world years ago and running my insurance business has led up to what I'm doing today. I've done a lot of public speaking. I've run a lot of events in person. And I love people. And there was some drama, through some people in the business networking world in Northern California, but it was far less than it was out here. Excuse me. Give me a second, I'll be right back. All right, we are back live. We are back live. Tammy talked about your GNA business on her channel. Oh, that's great. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, Tammy. I haven't seen you around in a while. I know you've been working on some stuff. I'll publicly put this out there. Still haven't heard back from YouTube. And I know I have 45 days, but originally we were going to do 30. The judge said 45, but I'm gonna leave it at 30. If I don't hear from YouTube by the 18th, I'm going to send my first payment of $250. I'll reach out to you. I'll reach out to you and either get a PayPal or Cash App or whatever you have, and I'll be prepared to make the first payment on the 18th. Or even a little before that, if necessary, if, the channel doesn't come back. And again, to you, Jamie, and other people in your chat that are thinking I'm not going to be able to afford to pay, it's not that I can't afford it. I got to break some things down, especially during tax season. I just paid taxes today. So this is a time of year where, you got to spread things out a little bit. If this was towards the summer or end of summer, then yeah, I would have probably had the whole thing to pay out at once. And I don't owe you or anyone that, but I'm just putting it out there because I will pay her. That was the agreement. And I settled because it was the right thing to do. So there you go. What more do you want? I don't know you or anyone anything, but I'll put it out there because I got nothing to hide. It is what it is. That might happen, GLM, if Vegan Dolls allows it. One day Superhuman will say, I'm the most beautiful woman, but for now, I'm just second best. All right. Wonderful. That's great. That's wonderful. I'm going to finish talking about the Jamie thing, and I'm going to talk about ODN. Wow. That plane just took off fast. Wow. It's very windy. I don't know if it took off fast because it was windy and it needed more thrust for the wind. But that's scary when it's windy, because if that thing loses it and spirals out of control, it could hit me on the trail. And I'm sure some of you Eli haters out there, especially on the Jamie side, are saying, we really wish that plane would hit Eli, right? Yeah, that's the kind of people you are. You're the kind of people that would wish death upon me, right? But you're also the first people that will criticize anyone else that wishes death upon any of you. And I don't wish death upon anyone. Like, you are the biggest fucking hypocrites I've ever met in my life. You guys are so hypocritical. You're perfect together. Like, I've never met a more hypocritical group of people that doesn't practice what they preach, or doesn't apply the same rules to them as they do to other people. It's so fucking pathetic. I just can't fucking believe it. Eli laughed when I said she was pretty. She's a 5 or 6 out of 10. I haven't seen her all dolled up. She was in some sweatpants, wearing no makeup, wearing baggy clothing, dude. What do you expect? That was a horrible depiction of her, dude. If you want to send me a real picture of her, that I can see her standing up clearly, wearing tighter clothes, then I'll give you a better assessment, brother. I mean, come on, man. Come on, dude. So that's all it boils down to. You're not a bad person, Jamie. I don't think anyone thinks you're a bad person. I think that your MO is taunting people, antagonizing people to react, and you can create content off of them. That's what you did to me for many years till I figured it out and stopped giving you the super crazy reactions you used to like to get, right? But after I stopped doing that, you still kept coming at me, but it got boring after a while because I wouldn't react in the ways I used to. So then you started playing the same game on other people on the platform. And they would get triggered and respond to you, and you'd make content off of them, and some of the vile things you said about women and stuff. Like, it's so funny. And I've kept my mouth shut for a while, but now, it's like we got to just talk about this, and then all of us need to move on. Including you, James. You need to move on and let all this go, man. You got to let the past go. Let bygones be bygones, dude. Again, you're not a bad person deep down inside. I don't think you would ever harm anyone. Now, I've heard you make some threats with your gun that you're now saying, okay, I didn't really mean that. That did happen, but I didn't mean that. Well, let me ask you this, Jamie. If a cop pulled you over and you pulled the gun on the cop, and then you try to pull it back and you said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I wasn't thinking right. If the cop didn't shoot you to protect himself, thinking that you were going to shoot him, if you survived that, the cop would arrest you for pointing the gun at the cop or for threatening a cop. When it comes to guns, there's no such thing as a fake threat. You cannot make fake threats with a gun. And you, DeLorean, honestly, come on. Get a grip on yourself. I'm all for people's Second Amendment and First Amendment rights and all that, but you know what? When people are clearly doing dumb shit, they deserve to have their rights revoked, at least temporarily. Some maybe permanently, right? You can't go out there and threaten people, even as a joke, for YouTube content with a gun. You can't do that. Any judge will grant someone an RO on that based alone. Sorry, any judge will grant an RO on that on its own, just based on that. That's what I'm trying to say. Let me come up to the observation deck real quick here. Come on, DeLorean, you know that. Jamie, you know that. Everyone on your end knows that you can't sit there and make fake content involving a gun that you own. You can't do that, man. Seriously. If you guys feel that's okay, then you're more sick in the head than I thought you were. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little windy. It's not incredibly windy, but it's windier than I'd like it to be. But yeah, it's beautiful. Yes, but that's her, Eli. That was Vegan Dolls, and that's how she looks. Poor Vegan Dolls hides in the dark because men see her as a 4 or 5. Well, you know what? If she's going to see herself as a 4 or 5 and hide in the dark, then that's what makes her a 4 or a 5. If she wants to see herself as a 9 or a 10 or a 7 or an 8, she needs to start acting that way. She needs to start appreciating herself in that way. I mean, come on, dude. I mean, I don't know how old you are, dude. Maybe you're in your 20s. Maybe you're in your early 30s. Maybe you're not as experienced as you'd like to be. But I'll help you any way I can, man. I'll help you any way I can. Just stop taunting people, Jamie. That's all. Stop poking the bear. Stop antagonizing people. This is really bad right here. It might be really bad until I get to where I turn left. There's a lot of wind right now. Let me give you an example before I change the topic over to the ODN side. Okay? What you've been doing to me, Jamie, is taunting, poking the bear. You repetitively put out the same content. It would not be really even a problem to put out Coach Eli's greatest hits or the Joe Buddy N-word video, which I think they're bad, but if you put it out one time and never put it out again, no problem. The problem is you put it out there constantly. And that's what's harassment. And you know it's harassment. DeLorean knows it's harassment. Everyone knows it's harassment. But no one really even cared to think it was harassment until someone finally took action because you did something similar to them. What you did to Jess was you kept on poking the bear. You kept on talking about her. And I don't know exactly what the reason or what proof she showed. But I just know how you are. I just know how you poke the bear and antagonize people. And antagonizing somebody day after day after day, and there's plenty of content to prove. And dude, listen, you've said some of the most hateful and violent things about women. Like, I've never, ever, ever spoken as badly as you have. Yes, I did say some stuff about Barbara years ago, and I'll be honest with you, I still feel exactly the same way about her to this day. Because, you know what, I forgave her. I apologized to her, and I forgave her for her part of what she did. She's very antagonistic too. But, you know what, she kept trash talking me, so I said, fuck it. I'm not going to put up with people that are unreasonable, right? But you don't hear me talking about her every day. You don't hear me calling her that anymore. It happened one time. You're the kind of guy that would go on a tear of Granny's Watching Jess or MD Emily or Tiffany or whoever else that you were, pretend dating on the internet for a while. You would go off and trash these women night after night after night after night in the most hateful and viral ways. And you don't think they were downloading those videos? And you don't think they're using that as evidence against you? It's not about fearing their life. They're tired of your harassment, your verbal harassment. They're tired of your verbal abuse. You are very verbally abusive, dude. You are. Now, I'm not saying I haven't had my moments of sounding like that, and I apologize for that. But I don't constantly verbally abuse people. And if it comes off that way at times, and people make me aware of it, I apologize for it and move on. You continue to poke the bear. And eventually the bear's going to get pissed off and take action. That's all it boils down to, man. That's all it boils down to. I think you're good at seeing patterns like us said. What do you mean, grotesque? I'll talk about it when I get to it, bro. The dating stuff, I'll get to it. Now the cop's on the other side of the freeway pulling somebody else over. Wow. That cop. Wow. I've never seen so many people get pulled over on this part of 101 in a short amount of time while I'm on this walk. Wow. Richard T. At grotesque. Eli should give tips on how to pleasure the ladies. Well, we could talk about that at some point. If we're going to talk about that, we got to do that maturely. We can't sit there and have an immature conversation about that. If you guys want me to talk about these things, it's going to be in a mature, respectful way. Sure, we're going to get a good laugh at it every now and then, but if you guys are truly interested in bettering your sex lives and, you know, getting better at properly vetting people that you are dating, right, then that's what I can help you with. I made a lot of mistakes early on in life, and, you know, I've been on these dating apps and dating sites since they came out. Even before smartphones came out, I was on online dating. I used to use phone line dating. I met women in person. So I have a lot of experience. I made a lot of mistakes, and I learned how to better filter out who to invest my time on. I've learned how to filter out, you know, who's truly interested in me and who's truly not, right? Women might say, you know, they want to go out with you, but if they're not super excited to go out with you, then I wouldn't go out with them. Some women will go on a date just to get out of the house and just, oh, let's see how it goes. I'm not feeling much on the phone conversation, but let's meet up and see how it goes. No, I wouldn't meet a woman like that. I would only meet a woman that sounded excited to meet me on a phone call before we would actually meet after connecting on a dating app or dating site, online dating site, right? So let's talk about ODN. I don't know if you're here, ODN, or you'll probably catch the replay. I have welcomed you back to the moderator crew on your main channel, the Cole channel, the @Cole channel, your main ODN channel. And I saw some things that you put out there today, and you apologize for putting them out there. And I understand sometimes you're going to do some things out of frustration because you're just tired of what these people are saying about you and what they're doing to myself and other innocent people. This is the truth about ODN. I don't think he's a bad guy at all. Just like you, Jamie, I don't think you're a bad guy. I think this has more become like a dick swinging competition. And that's ridiculous. And it needs to stop, right? It needs to stop, right? Because I think you both are guys that wouldn't hurt a fly, that wouldn't harm anyone. Right? Now, as far as ODN goes, I have respect for him. I always have, because ODN was one of the few people that stood up for me when people like Jamie and JB Gunner were coming at me many years ago and going real life on me and doing stupid things and rebroadcasting my content and sending people to gang attack my chats and stuff, right? Like, you seem to not remember the things that you did, Jamie, but you remember everything else that people have done to you. You don't remember the stuff that you've done that even made people want to react to you or do anything to you. I never wanted to harm anyone. My intentions have never been to harm anyone or anything. All I've ever tried to do is defend myself, and then I realized it's not even worth doing that. So the truth of the matter is, you're still butthurt over something that happened 5 years ago when I first connected with ODN, because he reached out to me and said, dude, I'm tired of people bullying you. You're not a bad person. I don't agree with all the topics that you discuss or how you say things, but I don't think you're a bad person and you don't deserve what you're getting. And he's right. So I connected with him because I needed help. I needed support. Now, at the same time, I don't control what he does. And I was just so, the truth of the matter is this, Jamie, you are so good at antagonizing people. You're an antagonizer. You are so good at poking the bear that it made me snap at times. I'll admit that. And I might have said some things after talking with ODN that I didn't mean. Just like what you said, James, about the gun stuff. I know for a fact the stuff you said about, using your gun on someone, you didn't mean it. I believe you on that. Right? But, that can still be used against you, right? Just like what I've said could be used against me. Right? It's the same thing. You, Jamie, and I, and ODN, we've all made mistakes. So, why are you not admitting you're part of the mistakes, Jamie? I admitted mine, ODN admitted his. We moved on from all that stuff 5 years ago, but you still can't let it go. What more do you want from us? I'm sorry, dude. ODN's sorry too. Now, I know there are some other channels out there that are talking about you. Some of you guys assume it's ODN. He's saying it's not. I have no idea what's going on with that. And, I personally don't have the time to do stuff like that or follow stuff like that. No, ODN made a video using the green screen and basically using the gun and pointing it at Jamie's house when he lived with his parents back in Florida. Jamie's still butthurt over that. Yeah, it was wrong, Jamie. He knows it was wrong. I know it was wrong. I had nothing to do with that. But my association with him, that's what you held against me. That's fine. Whatever. My apologies. He apologizes. Why can't you let it go? What more do you want? We haven't forgotten what we've done, but we've moved past it, and we've apologized for it. What more do you want, dude? You want us to suck your you-know-what? What do you want us to do? Get down on our knees? I don't get what's going to satisfy you, dude, because we're trying to give you exactly what you want, and it's still not fucking good enough. It's not, because that's your content. You say it's not your content. You say the fake stuff's not your content. But we're not being fake here. We're saying, dude, if we've ever done anything wrong, we're sorry. I don't know what more we can do to be nice to you. It seems like the nicer we are to you, the more it triggers you, the more you think that we're full of shit. We're not full of shit, dude. I'm being sincere. And if you don't believe that, then go F yourself. I don't care. I'm being sincere to you. I think the level of entitlement, dude, that you instill doesn't allow you to see sincerity. I'm being sincere. Other people are seeing that too. Other people that support you and care for you are saying, dude, come on, he's being sincere about it. You're even looking bad in front of your own audience, dude. What more do you want? ODN went to bat for me. He was one of the few people that was helping me back then when you guys were bullying, harassing me, going real life on me. I can list all the stuff you guys did. I'm not going to, because you know what? I've moved past it. And the reason why ODN does anything out here is because he's tired of you folks doing the same stuff. He's giving you a taste of his own medicine. Oh, sorry, he's giving you a taste of your own medicine. Why is it okay for you, Jamie, or other people in your group to get away with stuff that you're blaming ODN and others of doing? Like, I don't even think you comprehend how hypocritical you come off. That's the truth of the matter, dude. Just let it all go and move on. It's time to move on. It's time to forget about what happened 5 years ago. It's time to move on to bigger and better things. All I'm going to say is this. You don't have to worry about me. I do care about you no matter what you think or anyone else thinks. I'm not going to come out here and pretend to hate you just to appease my audience. I'm gonna come off the way I want to come off. I'm gonna be who I want to be, uninfluenced. And I don't hate you. I don't think you're a bad guy. But I truly, truly think you are struggling emotionally. I truly think you're struggling because I don't know how much nicer my group over here can be to you. We've been nothing but nice to you. Too nice to you. And the nicer we are to you, the more offense you take to it. So if I'm not nice to you, come at me. If I'm nice to you, you come at me. So people can't win with you, dude. It's not about winning. There's no middle ground with you, is what I'm trying to say. There's no middle ground with you. With you, it's your way or the highway. And people don't work like that, dude. People don't work like that. There has to be a middle ground. There has to be a middle ground. Hey, Patty. Hey, everyone. Just got home. I'll catch up. I don't want people emailing me. And I don't want people telling me that I'm an idiot for going to bat for ODN. I don't want to hear it. Keep your comments to yourself. If you want to share your thoughts about the ODN Jamie situation, go right ahead. As far as I'm concerned, I don't hate anyone. There's no reason to comment to me. Talk about it all you want. But this whole entire group of people, every single one of you that has created content in this drama sphere, it's a waste of time. It's just ridiculous. It's the most asinine thing I've ever seen. And many of you have been so deeply manipulated by Jamie. Jamie, you're good. You're very good at manipulating people. You're very good at gaslighting. You're a gaslighting manipulator extraordinaire. You're good at that. I think the reason why you learn to be such a good manipulator, Jamie, is because I think you're just still a little bitter about your upbringing, no disrespect. And maybe I can't blame you for that, dude. I don't blame you for that. Maybe you're a little bitter about your upbringing, right? And the position maybe you were put in, right? So it made you probably feel like in order to get what you truly want, you have to take advantage of people and manipulate people. And whether you realize it or not, that's a form of hurting people in the ways that you don't want to be hurt. If you don't want people hurting you, dude, then why are you hurting people? I think it's because you're not even realizing how hurtful you're coming off. You're not realizing it, dude. You're not. And your behavior shows it. You've been very triggered all day. No one's trying to trigger you. I'm not trying to trigger you. After everything you put me through and taken from me, like I keep saying for the last 6 years, I should be nowhere near this situation. I'm here because I keep getting thrown in it, number one, by you and other people on your end. And number two, I want to show people that I do care, no matter what they think. And I want to show you that I do care. I do care about your well-being. Do you care about your well-being? If you care about your well-being, then show us with your behavior. Grow the hell up. Start acting like a real adult, like a real man. Stop crying all over YouTube because you didn't get your way, right? I mean, do you understand how it comes off when you go running around YouTube all day, every day, crying and whining and complaining to people? And then I'm now seeing people that used to be a part of your group or at least know the situation, right? Or been a part of the community that surrounds you, whether they were part of your group directly or not. And I'm seeing some people saying like, yeah, what is wrong with this guy? What is going on with this guy? Something's not right. He's just not acting right. ODN, I have love and respect for you. Are you perfect? No. Am I perfect? No. We all make mistakes. But you folks don't know ODN like I know him. And I'm not going to go to bat for someone that I don't have experience with and know who they truly are. Yes, he's reacted to things. He's done some things that are stupid. We all have. But ODN actually cares about the people. And if you look closely, all ODN is doing is mimicking what Jamie and other people have done to myself and him. And he's mimicking it and saying, hey, look, he's not saying this, but this is what I think is going on. He's like, okay, well, if Jamie can do this dumb shit to other people, then I'm going to do the same dumb shit to him that he does to other people. And if he whines and complains that I'm doing the same dumb shit to him that he's doing to other people, then he's a hypocrite, right? And he's right. Does it make it right what he's doing, Jamie? No. But he's trying to show you that, hey, look, if you're going to do dumb shit to other people that he cares for, or he just cares for people in general, then he'll do the same dumb shit to you. And if you react to his dumb shit that he's done in the same ways he's done to other people, then he's going to call you out as a hypocrite. And you are. You're a hypocrite. That's all. That's all it boils down to. That's how Cole is. That's how ODN is. That's all he does. Again, do I agree with everything he does? No. Do I agree with everything you do, Jamie? No. Do I get everything right? No. We all make mistakes. But most of us have moved on. ODNs tried to move on. I've moved on. At least I've tried. You keep sucking us back in, James. You keep sucking us back in because you just can't let the past go. Why are you so stuck in the past? Is it because that's your content, your bread and butter? Are you emotionally attached to it? Why are you stuck in the past? Why are you stuck in the past? Give honest answers. Don't pussyfoot around these questions. Give honest answers. Mr. Ka, I saw you commenting saying, "Oh, I knew Eli would get in on this, that piece of garbage or whatever." You can trash talk me all you want, dude. I'm gonna talk about whatever I want to talk about. And yeah, I'm going to talk about this and use it for example purposes and build up my views. I busted my ass out here for years. You folks have taken from me for years, so now I'm going to take back what was mine initially. So Mr. Ka, I'll tell you this. Just sit down and STFU and mind your own effing business. Bottom line. I'll call you out. I don't care. I don't care. You talk about me all the time. That's taunting. But you hide in plain sight because you have no balls to put your real name and show your face on YouTube. Right? So we can't hold you accountable for your taunting. Right? But I talk about you every now and then. So I'm not bullying or harassing anyone. It's all good. It's all good. Can't believe that guy is getting triggered at the fact that I'm talking about this. I've been a part of this for 6 years. He's like, "Oh, I knew he would talk about it." Yeah, I'm getting more views because of it. I am. You're right. That's what you're trying to say. You're trying to say you're getting views off of talking about the Jamie thing. Yeah, you're right. I am. He got many views off of me for years. So what the fuck's the difference? What's the difference? What lame ass thing are you gonna do? Oh, he's a cuckold. Oh, he's a cuck. Oh, oh, he's this, he's that, whatever. Who cares? I don't care. Nobody cares. I'm taking back what was mine initially. I created all this. This was my hard work. At the same time, I still care about people, and I hope some can learn their lesson and reform, but that's on them. Give me a second, I'll be right back. All right, we are back live. We are back live. Whoops, I thought it was going to change. There you go. All right, we got another maybe 20 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes. So get any final questions, comments, or concerns in the chat. I'm taking the rest of the night off. I'm going to get another $6,000 dinner for my girlfriend tonight because I'm so fucking rich. Yeah, my mom increased my allowance to $5 million from $3 million. So, I'm gonna go buy Dawn a $6,000 meal tonight. I'm only gonna spend $4,000 on my meal. Like, I'm gonna get like a triple cheeseburger, a 6-pound triple cheeseburger made of gold, right? Right. This is what these people want to do. They talk so ridiculous, so I'm gonna just talk more ridiculous than they do, right? Take care of that Queen Eli. Patty, I'm being ridiculous, right? Patty, I appreciate what you said earlier. What you said earlier, I don't know what, I don't know if Jamie reached out to you by email or there was some comment. You made a community posting, I believe, regarding Jamie. I talked about it earlier, but you weren't here. And I appreciate what you said. That, you liked the content here. You liked who I am before you even left the Legion. And that you're not hate bonding, I believe that. And I've been nothing but nice to him, and so have you. Like, I don't know what to say, Patty, but Are we not being nice to him? I mean, I don't know how much nicer anyone could be to him. Legitimately, like I care about his well-being. He doesn't think I do, but I do. When you're nice to people that really don't deserve your kindness, because based on what you've done, dude, you don't deserve anyone's kindness. But good people will still be kind to you because they want to help you work through what you're going through, right? Right? But when you're nice to somebody that hasn't treated you that well, and then they continue to question your sincerity over and over and over again, you know, that tells me that there's something lacking, there's something off. I was a good friend to him, but I don't think he knows how to be a friend. I think he's really struggling emotionally. And I'm not saying that to offend him or anyone else. But, I mean, listen, we've all been so nice to him to the point of where we've pretty much all gotten down on our hands and knees. And he still doesn't appreciate it. So I don't know what more anyone can say or do, Patty. Like, that's a problem he has within himself. He's got some emotional issues. I don't know where it stems from. You would figure, after being a part of this community for 6 years, that he would have worked through it by now. But he still has not changed. He's still the same person. He's still struggling emotionally. He's still, like, something is still really affecting him, right? And I say this respectfully, Jamie. Whatever is bothering you deep within, you gotta talk about it with people and work through it, or else you're just never gonna get better. You're gonna continue being the same way, right? And I honestly feel that he did nothing wrong to Granny's watching Jess. I honestly feel, because of the emotional state he's in and how he's been raised, I honestly feel he genuinely feels he did nothing wrong. But what you're not understanding, dude, is your emotional issues are making you come off a way that's abusive. Even though you're not trying to be that way. I don't think you're trying to be abusive. I think you don't realize how abusive you're coming off because of the emotional trauma you're dealing with and having worked through. You sometimes gotta just move on. It's like practice bleeding. But he's not moving on. He's stuck. He is stuck in the past. He's still talking about the ODN thing that happened 5 years ago, where ODN made a video with a green screen and a gun pointing at his mother's house when he used to live there. Get over it, dude. You've done similar things like that. Not exactly, but you've done things like that to me through third parties. I'm not going to go get through it, or I'm not going to go through it. I'm not here to point the fingers. What I'm saying is, dude, it's like you've done similar things. All ODN was trying to do was basically meet you in the middle. Do something at your level and see how you react. And you can't blame someone for doing something like that when you yourself are doing similar things, dude. I think that's all ODN's been trying to say, right? So I know you mean no harm. I know ODN means no harm. But at some point, you got to let it go, dude. You got to let it go. Because if you don't let it go and you continue to behave the way you're behaving, and you don't begin to realize that your behavior is coming off very creepy, and it's coming off very stalkerish, and it's coming off very abusive, even though that's not what you're trying to do. I believe you're not that type of person, but you're coming off that way because of your emotional issues. And the fact of the matter is, if you don't figure that out, dude, there are going to be more people filing ROs on you. I'm not going to be one of them because I understand what you're going through, and I'm trying to help you. But what I'm telling you, dude, there's more to come if you don't figure it out. And I sure as hell hope you figure it out, man. I sure as hell hope you figure it out. Forget about me. I know you don't like me. I know, well, maybe, I just think that you have an issue liking people in general, dude. You've said it before. I think you have an issue liking people, or I think your issue is more so getting close to people. I don't know where that trauma stems from. I don't know if it's back from your younger days. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I just hope you figure it out and work through it before it's too late, dude. I'll tell you this, Jamie, ODN, from what I've seen out there, and look, I haven't talked with ODN privately in years behind the scenes. I don't talk with ODN behind the scenes. He comes in my chats every now and then, right? I've told ODN in the past that I don't want to be involved in this drama. But now I got back involved into it because of what happened to you. And I'm not talking about it because I want to bash you. I don't want to bash you. I want to help you and help other people not go through this. This could have all been prevented, right? This is truly for example purposes, but you're going to laugh at it for example purposes, right? That's all you're going to do. Like last night, you said, fuck it, let's Eli, right? Right? And that's a Sarah term. Sarah's been using that let's Eli, right? So you got that from her. So you created a stream on your other coaching channel, another parody that stems from me, right? And you said, fuck it, let's Eli. And yeah, I went back and I listened to a bit of that. And after you got the RO, you haven't changed. You still haven't changed. You still are not willing to change your ways, right? You're still not willing to stop doing what got you the RO in the first place. God, man. Whoops. Excuse me. ODN and Jamie are both very smart and capable people. I can tell you this, Jamie, if you just stop doing what you're doing that antagonizes people, you know what you're doing. I can tell you ODN would stop. I've seen him say it. Even some accounts that, I don't know if it's him or not, but it sounds like him. There are some accounts out there that have made postings saying that, you know, if you just stop, I'll stop. Jamie won't stop. He will never stop. He wants to walk away with the win. This is not about winning or losing, though. This is not about winning or losing. The problem is if he doesn't stop, he's going to have 2 or 3 or 4 more ROs from other women and maybe some other men. And at that point, it's going to ruin him completely. He doesn't, listen, whether he stops or not, I really don't care. I hope he does for his own good. Well, a better way to put it, whether he stops or not, is not going to affect my life one way or another, but it will affect his. He doesn't realize if he doesn't stop, he's going to have so many harassment orders on him, and then it's just not going to look good. It's not going to be good. It might get to the point of where the judges order him to be banned off the internet, and if he's on the internet and people report him to the judge, then he'll go to jail. Like I don't understand. Like, how far do you think that Jamie would push this to the point of where he'd be willing to go to jail to stand up for what he thinks is right, whether it's actually right or wrong? Jamie, are you willing to die on the sword, dude? You tell me. Because you put a posting out there like that. Are you willing to die on the sword, Jamie? How far are you willing to go to never have to admit that you're wrong about something, dude? Because every human being fucks up at times. Until Jamie comes. You know what, GLM, that's not the nicest comment to say, but I won't delete it because Sarah came on my channel earlier and made a comment that wasn't that nice about Scotty. And I didn't delete it. I just said it wasn't a nice comment, but it's your opinion. That's your opinion. So that's all I'm going to say from now on. That wasn't the nicest thing to say, but it's cool. It's your opinion. Just like with Sarah. You said something not so nice about Scotty, and it's your opinion. I don't agree with it. I don't want to stoop that low, but whatever, right? And no, I don't think he's in the closet, in my opinion. Desert Days. Sad fact is he's going to violate it and nothing's probably going to come off it because police rarely enforce the law. They might for Granny because she's a woman. Oh, absolutely. I'll tell you this right now. When it involves a woman and a man, they'll enforce it. I mean, if he violates this thing, he's going to end up in jail and fined. Probably both. Like, I don't want to see this guy go to jail. I don't want to see anyone go to jail. But he's the kind of guy that lives by the sword and dies by the sword. Right? He's the kind of guy that would go to jail to not admit he's wrong. If that's the case, bro, I don't know. Do you think that makes you more manly? No, it doesn't make you any more manly. To continue doing things that are gonna get you arrested, just because you don't want to admit that you made a mistake every now and then. Everyone makes mistakes. I make mistakes every day. Why do you think this guy has a complex that he can't admit he ever made a mistake? Can somebody tell me what is the complex that he has that he can't admit he's ever made a mistake? Because that's part of the problem right there. That's part of the entitlement. I'm already taking bets for when Lycan is going to jail. Agree to disagree. No, that's cool, GLM. That's cool. Hella hypey. Come on, dude. Don't do something dumb that's going to put you away. Don't, dude. I'm serious, man. Honestly, I think he has a megalomaniac type complex that could be very dangerous if it wasn't for his stature. Yeah, you're probably right. I've heard of the megalomaniac thing. It's kind of like a stronger version of a narcissist, right? It's like a narcissistic personality disorder, but worse, right? It's an extreme level of entitlement, and I'm not even blaming him for it. It's probably stemming back to his family and how he was raised and people he was around, right? Yeah. No, I've heard megalomaniac. Yeah, I mean, there's something chemically off about him, and I'm not saying that to be rude. I don't think he's a bad guy, and I think he's a very smart guy, but I think he's very, very deeply depressed. I think he's got serious depression. And I think he needs some medication. Like Dawn's on antidepressants, and Dawn is on anxiety medication, and Dawn's been doing great. Like Dawn, God, there's no shame. Dawn has no shame. I have no shame. We have no shame talking about it. But there's something chemically going on with him, and he needs medication for it. No disrespect, dude. No disrespect. GLM, do you think that he's suffering from some form of depression and he needs some antidepressants? Everyone woman like and interacts with online has catfished him. What are the odds? Oh, all these women have lied about the way they look? Why? Do all these women send him like pictures of when they were in shape and hot, and then he shows up and they're like overweight? And you can't do that, ladies. I mean, regardless, he can't get upset about it. He's got to, he's got to be more careful about it. I mean, look, what do you expect when you see these women that never go on camera or only show their face and not their body? Like, Don and I come on camera and we show everything, right? Hello, right. Yeah, but Patty says, he Facebooked with Amber. He knows what she looks like. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Whenever I would come across women on dating sites that didn't show full body pictures, if they messaged me and wanted to meet, I wouldn't meet them unless they sent me a full body picture. Because that's what a lot of women do. A lot of women will send you a close-up headshot because their face looks good, but then their body is like, oh my, what's going on here? This is the size of Alaska, no disrespect, right? She's a professional dance teacher. She isn't fat or ugly. Oh, so Amber's in good shape and looks good then, huh? So he wanted Amber. So he ended up wanting Amber, but then Amber didn't want him? Is that what happened? I think Amber sounded like a really, really nice, decent lady. Amber lost her channel for that guy. Amber was monetized and had a good channel, and she basically gave up her channel for that guy. Unbelievable. Nothing is wrong with Amber. Tiffany was talking to him behind the scenes, and he thought he had a chance with her, so he dumped Amber. Wait. But Amber was after Tiffany. Did he try to get back with Tiffany again after Amber? Like, I can't keep. You know what? I don't. This is just too. This dude is just wow. God, dude, I swear to God, this is like worse drama than any woman would create. Like Jamie, your drama is worse than any drama I've dealt with regarding any other woman. I swear to God, I've never come across a guy that has more drama than like 10 women combined. He said Amber catfished him. He was on the phone with Tiff when he left the airport. I thought Tiffany was done with him. You know, folks, I'm live on YouTube. I'm here at Bear Island in Redwood City, California. I'm a real person. I'm not a phony mofo. Here's my real body, right? I'm showing everything about me. Like, I'll take off my sunglasses. You can see my eyes. Like I just can't believe this. I can't believe what I'm hearing. I mean, there used to be a saying back in the days, is it live or is it Memorex, right? You ladies, you Gen Xers out there and boomers, you remember VCRs? We used to have to buy videotapes to record our shows or stuff on TV, right? And Memorex was one of the more popular brands. And their tagline was, is it live or is it Memorex, right? So it's the same thing here with Jamie, right? Is this live or is it Memorex? Is this real or is this fake instigated drama? Is this all one big skit? This is what we've been asking for years. Because none of this makes any sense. And I've never met one guy on the planet that has more drama than 10 women combined. Never! What's a VCR? Sit down, you GD millennial. I don't want to use the Lord's name in vain with you, GLM. I shouldn't use it in vain at all. But you're a damn millennial, GLM. I wouldn't expect him to know what a video cassette recorder is. Patty says, Amber overcame addiction years ago. He knew all about it, but posted her mugshots and said everything deplorable about her because he probably got a lot of donations for it. So, in essence, what he did was he sold out Amber for clicks, views, and donations, huh? Cassette recorder, pardon? You know what a VCR is, GLM. Wow. You're about to be 40, James, next year, I believe. When does this stop, dude? When does it stop, man? It doesn't bother me, dude. I'm pretty much done and moving on. Unless something new comes out of this, I'm moving on. But the bottom line is, man, even Amber has a vagina. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I thought Amber really liked him. I thought Amber was really into him. Or were they just, doing content together? And then when they met, there was like no attraction there on both sides. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. Is it live or is it Memorex? I don't know. Now that the botting has stopped, I have 43 people. Yeah, are you botting me again, Mr. Jones? Because you're like, there's no way Jamie or the other people would do it. I don't understand why Mr. Jones would still be botting me. I knew I had about 40 people here the entire time anyway, 40 to 50. Who cares? YouTube removes those afterwards. It was the worst I've ever heard a man talk about every intimate part of her. It was heartbreaking. Yeah. Yeah, and you're surprised that there's an RO like, dude. Honestly, man, you're not a bad dude, but you're doing things that are getting you in trouble because you've got some emotional issues that you need to work through. I'm saying this respectfully, dude. You got to get a grip on your emotions, dude, or it's gonna keep getting worse, man. And if you think that I don't care, I do care. I'm talking about this because I care. Yeah, I care. At the same time, I also want to redeem myself in regards to what I feel I was cost just by being associated by you and what you've done to me. But I've forgiven you, but I'm still going to try to redeem myself. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job. But it's not just about that. I do care about your well-being, regardless of what you think. And if you think I'm being phony about it, then that's on you. As long as you think everyone that's sympathetic towards you is being phony, then, dude, you're going to struggle with this forever. And what you're going through right now is just going to keep getting worse, dude. I hope that nothing further comes out of this in a negative way for you, dude. You're in control of that, dude. Remember, you're in control of that. Eli, you should come hang out on B-Socks, no crybaby stuff over there. Who's B-Socks? Can you send me an email if that's a channel? And if you want, what you guys get on panels, I'd be happy to join you guys. If you guys are doing some late night panels, I can join you on those because Dawn goes to bed before I do, and I don't need as much sleep as she does. So if you guys are doing late night panels, I'd love to join you on them. I spend time with my lady till she goes to bed, and then, I might take a little nap and get up around midnight or 1, and I could do a show or something. So you folks let me know. Email me. You know my email, coacheli@coachelimelas.com. Jamie actually is a very... Well, I don't think he is, GLM. I don't think deep down inside he is. I think he is struggling with something emotionally. And I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he's going through something. He needs to get some help for it. Desert Days. I've only seen a little bit of your content, but from what I can gather, he has definitely financially stunted you by defaming you and your brand. Yeah, no, it's true, but I don't care. I let it go. I let it go. I actually feel bad about the guy. I feel bad for the guy. I do. Yeah, it's cost me at least 100,000, maybe 200,000. I've lost a lot of money. I've been defamed. I've been harassed. I've been everything, right? But again, you know what? I let it go. And I keep going. And eventually my time will come, right? And that's the example I want to set. With that being said, folks, thank you to everyone for being here. Have a good one. We're at 95 minutes, an hour and 35 minutes. I'm going to go get some dinner for Don and I. I'm going to go spend my millions on dinner and all that. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.